Billy and Amanda are sitting nervously in the waiting area. Amanda looks upset. Harris, the bully, enters the office and spots them.
Oh, great. It's you two.
Just ignore him, Billy.
Yeah, let's not say anything.
That's right. Let's not say anything. Well, well, well. Look who we have here. Starve, little Amanda. The weak and the pathetic.
Harris, please, just leave me alone.
What's the matter? Can't handle a little constructive teasing? When did you become such a sensitive little Mandy Cakes? Billy, my man, looks like we're the only ones left. You're freaking out about getting that short too.
Well, yeah, I guess. Aren't you?
Never. Hey, I've got something that might help calm those sissy nerves of yours. But in return, Billy boy, you'll have to do something for me.
What do you want me to do?
Just be my wingman. Help me out with some of my projects at school. You know, standard bully stuff.
But that doesn't sound right. I don't want to hurt anybody. I couldn't. I can't be you, Harris.
Oh, come on, Billy. It's just a little fun. Don't you want to be cool like me?
Fine, I'll do it.
Great. You won't regret this, Billy boy. Just remember, stick with me and you'll be part of the coolest club around.
Yeah, cool club. Got it.
Harris's backyard. Summer evening. Harris, a tall and menacing bully, and Billy, his faithful sidekick, are playing with water guns in the backyard. They're having a great time, laughing and chasing each other around. Suddenly, they notice Amanda, a timid and vulnerable girl, walking alone down the block. Their mischievous grins widen.
Hey, Billy, check it out. It's Amanda, our favourite target.
Oh yeah, this is going to be epic. Let's give her a warm welcome. As Amanda approaches Harris's house, she senses danger in the air, but remains unaware of the impending attack. She hesitantly takes a step towards the house, her guard down.
You ready, Billy?
Ready as ever, Harris. Amanda walks closer to the house, her anxiety growing. Suddenly, a powerful spray of water hits her from the side. Gasping in surprise and shock, she turns to see Harris and Billy, both laughing maniacally.
Stop it! Please stop!
The proud Harris, reveling in his bullying, takes out a Polaroid camera and starts snapping pictures of Amanda's soaked clothes.
Look at her, Billy. She looks pathetic.
You're so right, Harris. She's like a drowned rat.
You're all big bullies. Leave me alone.
Oh, what's her problem? Can't take a little water?
She's such an easy target, Harris. Let's find someone else to mess with. Poor Amanda, her tears blending with the water streaming down her face, can't bear the humiliation any longer. She turns and runs away as fast as she can. Both Billy and Harris high-five each other, then chase after another unsuspecting victim as the scene fades out, leaving Amanda alone and heartbroken. Amanda stands on the edge of the bridge, tears streaming down her face. Samantha spots her from a distance and runs towards her.
Amanda, wait, please don't do this.
No, Samantha. I can't take it anymore. I'm not a lollipop loser.
Don't say that, Amanda. You're stronger than this. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, especially not Harris.
But he's relentless, Samantha. He won't stop. The things he says, they're tearing me apart.
I know it's hard, Amanda, but ending your life isn't the answer. There are people who care about you, who love you.
They won't love me when they find out what a weak person I am.
You're not weak, Amanda. You're facing something unimaginably painful, and yet you're still standing here, fighting. In my book, that's the true definition of strength.
I just want it all to stop, Samantha. I want the pain to go away.
I know it feels unbearable right now, but you have to believe that things can get better. There are people who can help you through this.
I'm scared, Samantha. I'm scared of what the future holds and if things will ever change.
I know it's scary, Amanda, but you're not alone in this. Let me help you. We can find a way to make things better together.
Okay, Samantha. I'll trust you. Help me.
Just as Samantha breathes a sigh of relief, Amanda slips from the edge of the bridge, plunging into the water below.
No, Amanda!
Samantha rushes to the edge of the bridge, searching the water for any sign of Amanda. Instead, all she finds is a mysterious blue glowing light.
I'm so sorry, Amanda. I should have been able to save you.
Samantha's heart sinks as she clutches the blue light, feeling the weight of her failure.
Amanda, where are you?
Excuse me, miss? Is there something wrong? You seem distraught.
My friend Amanda, she just jumped from that bridge. I have to find her.
Oh my, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's a terrible situation, but jumping in the water might not be the best solution. Let's hope for the best and notify the authorities, okay?
I understand, but I can't just stand here and do nothing. She was being bullied and I couldn't help her.
Bullying is a painful thing to endure, miss, but diving into these waters won't make things any better. It's dangerous and very unpredictable.
I know, but I just can't shake this feeling that I need to do something, anything. I can't bear the thought of losing her.
All right, I might have something that could provide you with some solace. In my many years by these waters, I've found a few treasures from time to time.
What do you mean?
I found this luminous stone when I was swimming in the river. It emits a calming energy, and its light seems to bring comfort to those who gaze upon it.
That's beautiful, but what can that little blue light do?
It's said to possess a special kind of power, the power to grant a glimpse of hope even in the darkest of times. Though it may not change the situation, it can offer you strength and guidance.
Thank you. I appreciate your kindness. I'll take it. Maybe it can bring me some peace while I wait for help.
Remember, dear, sometimes the light we need is not found in the physical world but within ourselves. Hold on to that hope and remember that there are people who care for you and Amanda.
I will. Thank you so much for your words and this precious gift. I'll keep them close to my heart.
It was my pleasure, young lady. Take care now, and please let the authorities handle the situation. They will do everything they can to find your dear friend Amanda.
I will. Thank you again, sir. You've given me a glimmer of hope in this dark moment.
It was my honor. May you find the strength to endure this difficult time. Take care of yourself, young lady.
I will. Goodbye, sir, and thank you.
As Samantha leaves, she clutches on to the blue light tightly, looking out at the water once more. Although her heart is heavy, she feels a renewed sense of hope and determination, knowing that she is not alone in this fight against bullying. Billy and Samantha are standing on the stage, rehearsing their duet. The rest of the chorus members are scattered around the room. Samantha finishes her part, her voice soaring, and the room erupts in applause.
We did it. That was fantastic.
I guess, yeah, it was all right.
As Samantha basks in the applause, Harris, a troublemaker, peeks out from behind the audience chairs, clutching a bag of tomatoes.
Hey, Samantha, catch!
Harris starts throwing tomatoes at Samantha. She shrieks and tries to dodge them, but a few hit her. Samantha's face turns red with embarrassment and anger.
Billy, are you just going to stand there? Do something.
I can't do anything.
What do you mean you can't? We're supposed to be friends.
It's complicated, Samantha.
Complicated? I don't understand. Why won't you help me?
I'm sorry, Samantha. There are things you don't know. I can't explain right now, but I promise you, it's not what it seems.
I trusted you, Billy, and now you won't even stand up for me. I thought we were friends.
I know it hurts, Samantha, but you have to trust me. I can't explain now, but I promise I'll make it up to you somehow.
I never thought you would turn your back on me. It hurts more than any tomato could.
Samantha runs off dejected, leaving Billy alone with his conflicted thoughts. The room falls into an uncomfortable silence as the other chorus members exchange concerned glances. As Billy walked home from school with Samantha, they chatted and laughed along the way. Everything seemed as it usually was until Harris, the notorious school bully, approached them.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Billy and his little sidekick Samantha. What are you two losers up to today?
Oh, hey, Harris, just heading home, you know.
Hello, Harris. We were just talking about our math assignment.
So, Sammy, heard any good jokes lately?
Not really. I don't really,
Well, I've got a joke for you. What's the difference between you and my little sister? Wait, actually, there's no difference. Because you're both weak.
Billy, say something. He's being mean.
Come on, Samantha, don't make a big deal out of it. He's just joking around.
Joking around? Seriously, Billy? You're going to just stand there and let him insult me?
Looks like your buddy here finally realized that who the real winner is. You're pathetic, Samantha.
I can't believe you would choose him over me, Billy.
Samantha, wait! I didn't mean to...
But Samantha was already too far away to hear Billy's desperate attempt to apologize. Billy felt a pang of guilt and confusion, torn between his loyalty to Samantha and his fear of crossing paths with the bully. He replayed the conversation in his mind, finally realizing that he had let Samantha down when she needed him the most.
Hey, Billy, what's going on in that big brain of yours?
Yeah, you've been awfully quiet since we left school. Did you leave your voice in the classroom?
I don't think so. Just deep in regret, guys. I've been thinking about how I let Samantha down yesterday.
What are you talking about? How did you let her down?
Yeah, spill them beans, Billy.
Remember back when we were kids, when Harris and I made that brilliant agreement that I would always follow him around like a lost puppy?
That's still a bit foggy to me, Billy. But why are you bringing that up now?
Well, yesterday, Harris was picking on Samantha, and I just stood there like a statue. I didn't defend her, didn't even make a noise. It was pathetic.
Billy, that's not like you. Why would you let Harris get away with that?
I know. But the thing is, I've always been Harris's sidekick. The Robin to his Batman, the Luigi to his Mario. It's like some unwritten, idiotic rule I created for myself.
Come on, Billy. You're smarter than that. You don't have to follow anyone, especially not a twit bully like Harris.
Look, we all make mistakes, but only fools make the same one. It's never too late to make things right. You can still apologize to Samantha and show her that you're there for her.
Yeah, you're totally right. I need to break free from this ridiculous agreement and make things right again.
That's the spirit, Billy. Stand up for what's right, even if it means going against crazy old agreements, especially with Harris.
We've got your back, Billy. Forget this bullying nonsense.
Billy, with a bulky school backpack slung over his shoulder, slowly walks into his house, looking a little down and depressed.
Hey, Mom.
Billy, what's wrong? You look like you lost your lunch money again.
It's Harris, Mom. He's been giving Samantha a hard time at school.
Samantha, the girl you're always hanging out with? Did you do anything to stop him?
Well, that's the thing, Mom. Harris and I have this childhood agreement to always stick together. Plus, he once stole a lollipop for me at the doctor's office when I was about to get a shot.
Billy, that was ages ago. You can't let him bully your friend because of one lollipop.
But Samantha doesn't even know about the lollipop incident. It's complicated, Mom.
Suddenly, the room grows cold, and the ghostly figure of Amanda, a young girl dressed in old-fashioned clothes, appears next to Billy. Only Billy can see her.
Billy, I knew about the lollipop. Do you remember?
Amanda? Is that really you?
Yes, Billy. It's me. I'm here because of your buddy Harris. He made my life miserable. I panicked, and it ended tragically for me. So here I am, a ghost, in your living room. Please don't let him do the same thing to Samantha.
I'm really sorry, Amanda. I should have defended you then, and I should defend Samantha now.
Billy, what's going on in here? Who are you talking to?
Mom, I need to do the right thing. I can't let Harris hurt Samantha. I'll tell the teacher tomorrow and stand up for her, even if it means breaking the absurd Harris deal.
That's my boy, always standing up for what's right. I'm glad you've realized that it's more important to protect friends than to follow crazy, ancient childhood agreements.
Thanks, Mom. I won't let you down.
Billy smiles at his mom, feeling an immense weight lifted off his shoulders. Billy then looks skyward and whispers a gentle thank you to Amanda, who smiles at Billy as her ghostly figure slowly fades away.
You're welcome, Billy. Come out back with me.
The room returns to a strange but original normal, and Billy's mum watches her son with a mixture of pride and amazement as she returns to the living room. Confused and exhausted, Billy collapses in his bed, then falls asleep. He then wakes to the sound of distant music. He curiously repeats and questions, "Come out back with me?" and eventually rises, opening and exiting the back door, where he finds Amanda again, dancing. Amanda and Billy begin a former melodic dance duet routine in his starlit backyard.
Hey, Mr. Johnson, I have this idea for an in-class exercise on bullying. It's going to be so hilarious.
Oh, really? Hilarious, you say? Okay, Billy, I'm intrigued. What's the plan?
Well, you know how Harris is always teasing and saying mean things to everyone, right? My idea is to create defense lines whenever he starts with his insults.
So let me get this straight. You want to have the class collectively roast Harris?
Exactly. It'll be like a friendly, humorous response from everyone, but it'll also teach him a lesson and discourage bullying.
All right, Billy. I must admit, your idea has piqued my interest. How do you envision this exercise playing out?
First, we all have a list of clever insults that we can use. But they have to be funny and not too mean, you know, just for fun. Then, whenever Harris says something negative, the person closest to him immediately fires back with an even wittier response.
That does sound entertaining, but what if things escalate and get out of hand?
Nah, Mr. Johnson. We'll make sure it stays lighthearted. The insults will be silly, just enough to give Harris a taste of his own medicine without crossing any lines. We'll set boundaries and make sure it's all in good fun.
All right, Billy. I'll give you the green light, but with a condition. I will monitor the exercise closely to ensure it stays funny and doesn't turn mean-spirited.
Deal, Mr. Johnson. It's gonna be epic. Harris won't even know what hit him.
I can see you're really determined to put on this show. Just remember, Billy, the main goal is to teach empathy, not to humiliate Harris.
You're right, Mr. Johnson. We don't want him to feel attacked. It's about showing him that his words can hurt, and maybe he'll think twice before being mean again.
Well said, Billy. I'm glad you're thinking ahead. Let's talk to the other students and get their input on the exercise. We'll make sure everyone understands the purpose and remains respectful throughout.
Absolutely, Mr. Johnson. I'll gather everyone and explain the plan. Thank you for believing in my idea.
You're very welcome, Billy. I'm always willing to try new methods if it helps create a positive learning environment. Let's make this exercise both funny and educational.
Amanda appears again in the classroom and coaches Billy in sarcastic but humorous responses during the bully exercise, which also seems to agitate Harris. Harris is noticeably sensing someone else is helping Billy with responses. Amanda is only visible to Billy. Harris leaves the classroom puzzled with less control and confidence. He later joins Billy walking in the hallway to meet with Samantha in the dance room. The bully exercise was quite a success. Well, for everyone except Harris, who finally surrendered in utter humiliation.
Boy, oh boy, I've had better days than this.
Here's a few examples of student bully defense lines I thought were very direct and powerful.
I'm gonna need you to put those few remaining brain cells together and work with me here, okay? I'm not interested in what you have to say. Goodbye.
I was going to give you a nasty look, but I see you already have one.
Of course I talk like an idiot. How else could you understand me?
Do you always behave this dumb? Or do you make a special effort when I am around?
I do not mind you talking a lot, as long as you do not mind me not paying attention.
My two personal favorite bully response lines were, "If you're waiting for me to care, you better pack a lunch. It's going to be a while. And, unless your name is Google, stop acting like you know everything." Samantha enters the school dance room, gripping the blue light she was given by the kind-hearted man under the bridge. She holds it in her hand tightly, then whispers to it privately. She notices some students may have witnessed her talking to the blue light, so she nonchalantly puts it back in her book bag. Samantha begins a rehearsal dance in the dance room alone. She sets her school bag down before dancing, and the blue light is seen partially falling out of the bag. Amanda is seen entering the room and notices the blue light. She steps towards the light in the bag, then notices Samantha begin to dance. Amanda also begins to dance side by side with her, imitating precisely every move and step. When the dance ends, Amanda rescues the light with a sigh of relief, but then notices Samantha frustrated and having difficulty in beginning her next dance routine. Amanda suddenly realizes Samantha has been using her light to replace her insecurities and strengthen her talents. Pausing for a moment, Amanda returns the light back into Samantha's bag. Samantha then resumes her next dance with confidence and ease.
Harris and Billy enter the dance room quietly, carefully whispering to each other. Billy then backs away from Harris, abruptly shaking his head, then retreats to the other side of the room away from Harris. The second half of Amanda's dance, Harris pulls out a picture from his pocket and secretly puts it in Samantha's bag. As he puts it in her bag, he notices the blue light, takes it, then puts it in his pocket. He then joins Samantha's dance jokingly as a sloppy duet, as Billy watches them both. As Samantha desperately glances over to Billy for support, she awkwardly trips to the floor and begins to cry. Billy decides to run to her side, but Samantha angrily pushes him away, then runs off. Harris remains on the dance floor laughing victoriously, then proclaiming to Billy,
"You're both lollipop losers. Who needs you anyway?"
Billy is left on stage, sinking to his knees as he begins his song, "It Will Never Be." The music segues into a more powerful version of "This Little Light of Mine." Billy breaks into a solo dance with other students cheering him on. Harris overhears the screaming, steals a potato chip from a student, then cuts into the dance floor with his competing solo dance. Shortly after, he clutches his throat, choking on a potato chip. Billy witnesses this and tries to dislodge the chip. A teacher intervenes, assuming Billy and Harris were fighting, and holds Billy back in a chokehold. Eventually, both Billy and Harris fall to the ground, unconscious.
"Those blasted, sneaky little potato chips. Someone call a medic, please."
All action is frozen except for Amanda and Harris. A determined Amanda appears, and she slowly walks to Harris, who is collapsed on the floor. She kneels to his one side and whispers a few words in his ear.
As much as I hate to say this, Mr. Harris, you really don't want to become what I've become in this world. Do you? Now, why don't we wake it up, hand over my light, and we'll call it a day.
Harris awakens in disbelief but hurriedly finds the light he took from Samantha and gives it back to Amanda. Amanda fades off stage, but is heard commenting with a last word of advice for Harris.
And no more bullying. You got it? Punk?
Action is resumed and Harris rushes over to Billy, who is still passed out on the floor. He shakes him vigorously, then finally, in desperation, screams,
"Wake up, you miserable lollipop loser."
Samantha overhears Harris then breaks through the crowd of students surrounding both Harris and Billy. Samantha throws the picture she found in her bag at Billy in disgust as he slowly emerges from the floor.
You're not only a coward, but all this time, just another powerless, lying bully.
Samantha hastily runs off stage as Billy and Harris are left trapped center stage, nervously staring at each other. The remaining students are huddled together, whispering, then slowly adjourn upright. The group slowly walks towards Billy and Harris, eventually surrounding them angrily. There is a blackout and the curtain begins to close, as sounds of screams and commotion are heard off stage.
I don't know about you, Billy boy, but I say we quickly scoot ourselves out of here.
Samantha is leaning over the rails of the Gainesville Bridge looking down at the water. She notices a blue glow in the water, then it vanishes. In despair, she prepares to jump. Before she leaps, she hears distant music, pauses, then turns around, noticing Amanda dancing, but gradually approaching her. Amanda is singing Beautiful Faces. Students then join in the second verse. Samantha sings the final verse as a duet with Amanda at a slower tempo. Amanda and Samantha then embrace. Samantha, in disbelief, tries explaining to Amanda, defensively, why she needed her light. Of course, noticeably uncomfortable speaking with a ghost.
Amanda, I really didn't want to take it. It was given to me.
Samantha stands on the edge of the bridge, with tears streaming down her face. She takes a deep breath, ready to jump.
Samantha, please, don't do this.
Amanda, is that really you? I can't believe you're here. You came here, for me?
Samantha, I'm here. I'm here because I love you. You don't have to go through this alone.
I really can't take it anymore. The bullying, the constant taunting from Harris, it's all too much.
Samantha, I know, but you can't let him win. You're stronger than this.
But I've tried. I've tried so hard to believe in myself, to ignore his cruel words. But it's like a poison that seeps deep into my soul.
Samantha, listen to me. You are beautiful, you are smart, and you have so much potential. Don't let anyone, not even Harris, make you ever doubt that.
It's just so hard. Every day, I wake up with this heavy weight on my chest, this constant fear of not being good enough, for anyone.
Samantha, the answer isn't in replacing your light with mine. The answer is in realizing that you have your own light, your own strength. You just need to find it again.
But how? Amanda? How do I find it again?
It's within you. Remember what that old man told you? He saw your inner light, and he believed in it, but gave you mine to find yours. You must always believe in yourself. Trust in your own light. How did Harris ever divide you into what to believe, and what not to? Sam, deep inside you, you still have your own light. Find it, guard it, use it, and always, keep it on. Now I have mine, and you have yours, and no one, not even Harris, has the power to ever shadow your light. Sam, I love you. Always.
You're right. I can't let Harris or anyone else dim my light. I will fight back, not with anger or revenge, but with my own confidence.
All right? That's my girl talking. I'll be right here by your side, every step of the way.
Samantha takes one last look at the bridge, then turns away, carefully choosing to step back from the edge.
I'm ready to face this. I'm ready to believe in myself again.
Fading away in moonlit shadows, Amanda smiles, then wraps her delicate ghostly arms around a much stronger Samantha, one last time.
Of course you are. You have the light within you, always.
Samantha is left paused on the bridge, pacing in deep thought, talking to herself, and finally releases a gigantic scream. She then continues her walk down off the bridge to an adjoining street and is stopped by Billy. Out of breath, Billy frantically tries to explain his previous behavior with Harris to Samantha. Billy is instantly cut off from speaking, as Samantha interrupts in confident retaliation.
Just save it. You're quite the dancer when you decide to turn on your light. Maybe you should try working a little harder keeping it on for everything and everyone, including me. Good night.
Samantha walks off stage, head held high, relieved and proud she found herself. Billy is left on stage, defeated alone, mimicking what Samantha just said to him.
Keep it on? Leave it on? What kind of light is she talking about?
Billy finally retreats in getting Samantha's attention back, and slowly heads off stage, hesitates, then turns and walks to center stage. He then pulls out a mirror, looks at himself, then asks the audience, "Have I really changed?"
Come on, Sam. I've changed, really, I've changed. Sam, I really changed.
What am I going to have to do, people, to get this girl back to me? Any good solid advice out there?
Go home and crawl under your lollipop loser bed.
I would say, you go after the girl and try a little harder. And stop messing around.
Samantha meets again with Albert, an elderly man, under the Gainesville Bridge. He is surrounded by glowing, soft, flickering lights. So I see you found me here alone again, in the darkness. And without your light?
By the way, that was Amanda's light, not mine, remember?
Of course it was. I do agree about that.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, forgive me. It's just I'm still a tiny bit confused. Well, maybe a little.
That's quite all right, miss, and you can call me Albert.
So, have you seen my friend, sir? I mean, Albert? She was just here, with me?
Suddenly, house lights are lowered and the abundance of blue glowing lights surround Samantha. House lights are then raised as Albert stops to observe, then replies, "I'm sorry, no I haven't, but I'm sure she certainly has seen you, and your light." "I know, I certainly have." They both modestly look at one another and smile, as all stage lights slowly fade to black.
Wait just a minute. Where do you think you're all going? We've got a little business to settle with Harris. Relax.
I'm getting the feeling I'm the bad guy here. Yo. Mandy Cakes. You got some real nifty moves going on that floor, girl. I'm serious.
I'm sure you are. Mr. Harris, perhaps you should try it someday.
Of course I will. This silly bully thing is in fact getting very old.